Hello, everybody. This is me again, the monstrositous one, and this is to show you the first page of my Bible, so you can get an idea. When I tell you I have 10,000 possible characters that I can use, you see what I'm talking about. This is a first-hand. Nobody's ever seen this besides me and maybe one other person. So you're getting a first-hand look at something no one gets to see, because this is gold for me. I don't have to copy other characters. I don't have to create characters that somebody else create. I don't have to create archetypes based off of other characters, because I create my own characters, much like how I created Ivor Garant. Now, this says, the minions of the mighty Delil. That's me. Deleal. So, okay, let me get this right. I'm trying to hide a couple of characters up here. There's some really good ones. Okay, let me keep that there. Now, the very top one, remember, this is back in 95 when I started this, so, Super Sapiens, Volcano, Lens or Optic, Quill, she's going to be in the book, Tortoise, or Hard Shell. I think I call him Hardcore now. He's going to be in the book, Street Level. Quill is going to be in the book. Turnbull and Quill is going to be part of the same gang. Impale, bad guy, bad girl. She's a female. She's a badass bitch, and she ain't no joke. Igneous, that's another character. I should have hit him too, but I already showed him on stream before. I showed you pictures of him, so that's okay. He's a good guy. Deluge, Frenzy, Bruin, Taint, that's a female. She's going to have a lot of minions, powerful. Bullfrog, very tough. Bulwark, Hype, Breaker, Wretch, Variant, Windbreaker. Let me see what we got over here. Hyperkill, Death Torch, the Vanquisher, Super Volcano, Volcanic, Galvan or Galvanic, Sponge. I shouldn't have showed you that, but that's okay. Without my intelligence, man. Cain and Abel, Vortec, Vacuum, Gruff, Ferret. See, that's Ferret. That's my bounty hunter dude. See, he's been a bounty hunter ever since I first created him. Brute, Ravage, and Overkill. See, that's the first page. Now, maybe one day I'll take y'all through the second or some other page, but for now, because there's too many characters in the beginning that I'm going to be using. This is my very first book. It's only the halfway mark. This is where the halfway page, because in the front is where I was supposed to do all the characters. It was only supposed to be one book. I wasn't supposed to be thousands of characters. It was only supposed to be maybe a couple of hundred, but it got out of hand. It got out of hand, man, over the years. So it was supposed to be characters in the front and names in the front, in the back, and drawings with a little bit of a origin in the front. So I'm going to show you Blackmail. He's one of my favorite characters. I got a little bit of, I'm hiding some of his origin story that's on the side of him here, but that's him right there. Let me see. That's him right there. That's, oops, took a picture, sorry. Yeah, that's him, Blackmail. That's his quick design for the book, for this book. Tell you the truth, that's his only design. I've never drawn him before this, and I've never drawn him again since. But he's got a big story, big major story. So when he makes it into the pages of Might, he's going to be as an introductory character who will spin off a cameo But it's not going to be a cameo. It's going to be a major event. And it'll spin off into his own book, hopefully, if you guys want him and like him. So, yeah, that's Blackmail, man. He's bad ass. Oversized weapons. He kicks major ass. He's got all kinds of good shit going on with him. Wait till you see him, man. So, and then it goes on from there. There's other guys in there that you've seen, like this Mega Mutant. Well, I call him Mega now. None of my guys are mutants anymore. I got my own designation. But that's the Bible, man. That's how it is. It's got little descriptors next to it, just like in the page you seen. Just like on that first page that I showed you. You see, like how Bulwark right here, or Bullfrog, or Taint has little descriptions. You get evil minions, and then this one has powerful what? Powerful leg jumps. Bullfrog, very tough. See, I have little descriptors next to it. That's all I need, just to keep my mind, when I come back and I look at the word, it brings me back to whatever I was thinking at the time I wrote the name in. So that's basically what the whole book consists of. There's a couple of drawings. The drawings in the front, and then I think there's one more drawing I did back here. Otherwise, it's all names, abilities, different things like that here. See? He's like a samurai or ninja character. Got his two swords. And his feet a little too big, but everything else came out great. I love him. So, and on the other side, you see there's all of this area where I drew this was the section where I have a bunch of descriptive things about abilities, origins, all kinds of things, but I don't have a character to go with it. So it's just random thought processes written down. So I have a couple of sections in my Bible that's like that. It's not a whole lot. Just like a few other things. There's only those two drawings. Well, this drawing, and then there's a few in the front, very front, like I was telling you with Blackmail, that I had origin stories. The Cube, he's gonna be in the story in the book, prominent. These are all characters, man, that's in here, and y'all guys are gonna love them. They're all original. Cube Squared is original. Might is original. He's not a ripoff of Iron Man or Shining Knight or anybody. He's my character. There's no stories that, as far as I know, that's based on any of my characters. These are all my characters. This is my Bible with all of my characters in it. All the names of my characters. Every character that I create came out of this book. Or I created them before I even created this book. And then I had to put them in the book. So, yeah, I just wanted to show that to you. Every once in a while, maybe I'll show y'all a couple of pages or a couple of characters, but for now, that's it. Yeah, man, you guys, don't forget about me. Trust me, I'm not going nowhere. I'm coming to be strong, and I'm going to do my thing, and I'm going to get this workout. I just have to find an inking style that fits my pencils, because I don't draw the way other people draw. So I've taught myself everything. So I'm teaching myself this inking thing, and I haven't inked since '85, since I did the Mega Mutant and some of my Stone God stuff, because I did some of my Stone God stuff in inks and. See, here's Stone God stuff. This is all Stone God stuff. Mentor, that's a Stone God redesigned. See, this is the heroes. This is Lion's Claws, War Bull, Fisher, Black Bear, all of my characters. So, and then this is another character of mine. From back then, I threw a couple of characters to make them into a group, but he was the one I was focused on. So he's kind of animalistic, brutal, bestial, good guy. Well, they think he is, for the most part. Yeah, he's a good guy for the most part. So yeah, this is all just sketching. I was doing some dog stuff, practicing different things. So yeah, man, I'm telling you, I got maps in here for my Stone God story. Yeah, this is me and my crew. That's me. Taught the people used to hang out with. There's a dude with a steering wheel in his hand. He used to be a car thief. And this dude was a barber. This dude, you see, he got a gat in his hand. Dudes I used to pump with. That's my I guess you could say my dealer adjacent days. So yeah. I had a ruthless mentality. I don't apologize for it. I don't expect nobody to expect me to apologize because that's who I am. If it wasn't for those days, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I wouldn't be able to tell the stories that I'm going to tell. So uh, all of those things make up who I am, and I don't make no apologies for who I am. I'd be like saying I'm sorry for being me, and that ain't never going to happen. So yeah, this is the mentor. The horse is small, but I'm going to correct that. That's when I didn't know. I got books on horses with a lot of pictures and all that. Eagles, lions. I got 4 books. Pictures with eagles, lions, horses, and one more book that's filled with something else. I was supposed to be the Stone God. That's not the Stone God. This is the modern day Stone God, and that's the stone that the Stone God was imprisoned in, that he taps to use the abilities. But that's a whole story on itself. I can't. This is back in the days when I was inking and coloring on my own stuff. You see, I know I could do the work, but I need to be able to spot my blacks and get more black into my work. This is not how I want my stuff to look these days. This is not how I would want my inks to come out. Even though it's not bad, I would have to put a lot more into the color work, and this is more like flatten. It's all one color. But that was with markers, designer markers back in the day. You could see how they came through the page and could blend the work. I like the designer markers because it was easy to blend that work. So yeah, this is way back in the 80s and in the early 80s. Yeah, so you guys got to know. See, this is where I created all of this, and this was all Stone God stuff. I was focused like a mug. See, this is when I first created the Mega Mutant, but he's not Mega Mutant no more. He's just Mega. So he's that synthetic character. I ran out of that red for him, so I had to use darker colors. But I'm gonna read. Oop. That's gonna have to get cut. So yeah. Oh yeah. One thing I want to show you. I gotta show y'all. This is a Stone God. This is a map. This is a map of the area. I got all the different things marked on it. It still needs a lot more work. And these are my very earliest characters where you can see the difference for how I used to draw and how I draw. Let me see. I'm going to have to put this down. Cut that out. Here's some stuff. Okay, here's some stuff. This is the Deformity. I never knew him as a Deformity back then. I kind of gave him the name not too long ago when I was trying to peck a fight with John Malin. And this is just a small slip of paper that I saved because the rest of it was like all messed up and deteriorating. So I cut this off. I guess it got all torn up, and you can see the water got to it and kind of blurred some of the stuff. And this is a Stone God. I folded this up from a page. I was practicing to throw a guy across. He was supposed to go over here and be being thrown across the page. And there's a dude here getting ready to fight him. And hit him with a club. Yeah, the club and the axe. It's an axe. See something here. Kind of like a primitive axe. See, so I was practicing doing all my stuff, getting my actions together, even though I'd probably do a whole lot more violent. My posing would be more aggressive these days. But this is not. This is not. This is more of an updated way I draw from this way. This is way old. This is some of my earliest drawings that I can show you. I don't have anything earlier than this. And you can see how the muscles are flat. Look at his leg muscles. They're not the same how I draw now. They're not the same. Look at how flat his leg muscles are. Look at how flat his shoulders. Look at that. Look at how short his forearms are. How long his biceps. I don't draw like that anymore. But these are the beginnings of who I am, man. These are the beginnings. Look how big his hands are. These are the beginnings of me as an artist, man. So, and this must be after I've seen maybe Apocalypse on the Super Friends or something like that back in the day, where I drew that zigzag. I know I got it from somewhere. I didn't just get it out of thin air. I think I saw Apocalypse do it on the Super Friends or something like that back in the day. And that's where I got that from. That zigzag effect. Let me see. Nothing's back there. Nothing's back there. So ain't nothing. But this is the earliest drawing that could show my style from back in the day. And this is probably some of the first inks that I did, testing my colors. Some of the first inks that I did. And yeah, man. You're going to be seeing characters. This guy's going to get updated. I'm going to create him, redo him, and update him, and he's going to be a character. I don't know who he is yet, so don't hold me to anything. The deformity he's going to be realized, and the Stone God eventually. I'm going to have a whole story, but I got to get my, I got to work on my mic book first. That's my launch. That's what's going to introduce. See, the Stone God is a niche story. It's fantasy, and not everybody's into, but everybody's into superheroes. That's what comic books come from. Comic books come from superheroes. So, and then it spread out into other things. This one I did in a notebook, and I tore it out because it came out so good. That's the first time I ever foreshortened like that, with the knees all bent like that, and the leg hidden behind the thigh like that, and just the foot hanging out. All of that. That's the first time I ever drew something. That's why I kept it all these years. I was in high school when I drew this. So you can see I had skills back then, man. Very basic, but I knew what I was doing. You can see the forms. I might not have gotten everything right as far as color, depth, as far as and coloring and everything, but and lighting and all that. But I was working my way towards that. So now I'm starting from a base place where I have to keep doing what I'm doing till I get to where I'm going. This is a character I was creating based off of a girl I had been dating at that time. So she kind of, that's what her face kind of looked, something like that. She had a military haircut, so she kind of has her head size of her head shaved and had a bit of a high top. So, but that didn't last long, so it was more like a one-hitter quitter. So, this is what I wanted to show you. This guy down here. I've shown you a drawing of this guy. He's in another book. He's in a compilation page, a composed page, where there's a big guy in the back. Oh man, this damn phone is interrupting my thing. Sorry, people. I'm gonna have to cut that, but yeah. So this is the character that I created in that, and he's jumping down from the side, and he has the same outfit on, with the same pattern, that square around his neck, and his shorts on, and the split toe look. And this is where I got this guy from. See how huge his hand is? That's partially because of the angle. It's kind of, the phone is kind of zooming and making the dimensions, throwing the dimensions off. But yeah, I should have him jumping around in the back, and I kind of guess I was thinking of a Nightcrawler type of character. You see, he don't have no facial features, and I kind of did the same thing in that picture. He don't have a nose or really no. His mouth is hanging open, and he's kind of in a downward position, jumping downwards towards jumping over something. So yeah, this is where I got the idea for that. So some of these small drawings that I do, these practice drawings, come out way better than the bigger drawings that I do. So I keep these to remind me. And here's Noda. You might have seen her at one point. She's from the Stone Gods story also. This is the first time I drew her, and she has a green blade because she's a forest-dwelling elf type character, and she's very talented and kicks major booty. So yeah, man, I gotta continue to design these characters and working on my stories, man. So yeah, that's it, man. I'm out of here. So I'm just trying to let y'all know that I'm not forgetting you guys. And I hope y'all don't forget me. And when my characters drop, man, this is me designing guns and doing color palette work and testing my color theories and basically testing what my colors could look like. I'm testing to see how much gradients I could create and all of that type of stuff. But look at this is guns that I was uh trying to create back in the day. All kinds of different little guns and stuff. Different gun designs. So yeah, man, I'm into everything. I'm with everything. There's nothing that I'm shying away from, and this is my life. That's why I'm Comic Geek forever, baby. Forever. There is no going anywhere. You see that the industry is failing majorly. So, in order for me to have the dream that I always been driving for, and like I said, I quit. I had quit. If it wasn't for Zach and EVS and John Malin and them showing us the way, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't. I've been buying things the whole time I've been taking care of my mom's, preparing myself for this time, and it's here. So be patient with me. I'm not going nowhere, and you will be getting more superheroes than you've ever seen, more new, interesting, original characters. And you won't hear me say, well, yes, you might hear me say that this is this type of character, but it's not because I use that character to base my character off of. It's because in order to make it easier for me to describe who this character is, it's be easier for me to say, well, this is my Wolverine, or this is my Sabretooth, but that's not what I'm creating. I'm not creating a knockoff of Sabretooth or Wolverine or anything. Everything I create is mine, 100%. So, yeah, people, until the next time, you've seen some of the names in my Bible. You see how I gotten to the point. Well, you didn't see how I got to this point, but there's over 10,000 possible characters in my Bible. Over. I say it's closer to 15, 16,000, but I know there's a lot of duplicates. I got tired of counting. You see how yellow the pages are? That's because in the first book, I would flip through back and forth. Look at how I would flip through, back and forth just to make sure I wasn't duplicating. By the time I got halfway through the second book, I said, fuck all. I ain't looking through all of this shit. So, yeah, man. So, I know there's some duplicates in there, so that's why I cut it down. Instead of 10 or 15,000 or whatever, it's just 10 possible. And the rest are probably some kind of duplicates in some form. But even if so, I don't need 10,000. I only need a few hundred to make as many stories because my stories are going to be crazy. And I don't even know if I'll be able to tell all those stories to have my brain be able to go to places it needs to go in order to create all those stories. But with my all of these TV shows like Hawaii Five-O, The Matrix, and Trilogy of Horror, Terror, all of these things are gonna give me the ideas. Red Heat, Akira, all of these movies, The Boys of Brazil. Y'all don't know about that. This is old school stuff, boy. Old school. This is from the 80s and 90s, early 80s, late 80s, mid to late 80s. Fire and Ice, Frank Frazetta, Ralph Bakshi, Spriggan. All of these things gives me the ideas, fuels my brain cells so that I could bring to you spectacular stories, spectacular storytelling. And Princess Mononoke. You see? So I've got all of these great stories, American movies, Japanese, uh, old school from back when I was a kid, Spartacus with Kirk Douglas, Ten Commandments, the Thundercats, which I'm going to be doing a review on this probably this week, maybe tomorrow or the weekend. I'm going to do the first episodes. Every week I'm going to be doing some more episodes, and I'm going to be for my for Goddamned Comics channel, and then I'm going to be doing Hawaii Five-O and Canon and all my old TV shows and movies like this. Clint Eastwood, The Man with No Name trilogy. This is the good, the bad, the ugly, a fistful of dollars and a few dollars more. You see? So this I'm going to be doing reviews on that, on these for my for all of the movies and the TV shows. That I'm going to be putting that on Indigenous Monstrosity, and all my cartoons and animations and all that stuff. That's going on Goddamn Comics. So that's what I'm hoping to do. I hoping now I don't have to do no more SJW stuff. I just don't want to be in the political thing at all. So I'm going to just do the things that I like. That's a lot of reasons why I haven't been doing videos. I just don't like that stuff. I don't want to come up with ideas for that stuff. So I'm just going to do the things that I like, and that's my old movies. I'm going to be doing Shane and Hawaii Five-O, Cannon, Mannix, Spencer for hire. I'm going to be doing all of those things. So I'm gonna keep y'all, and I gotta get my comics books. I'm gonna dig out my comics. I gotta do my old 1990 comic book reviews. So keep an eye out for me, man. I'm not forgetting y'all. It's just that the heat and then all of the things that's going on, and I'm trying to draw from 10 years not drawing to drawing, trying to get to drawing every day. It's more tricky than I thought. And then I'm doing clay and all of that other stuff. Wait until you see the clay statue I'm coming out with. So yeah, I'm trying to do everything at once, and that's because I believe that the clays I could get finished faster than a comic book, and it'll help me to get some nice money coming in. It'll loosen me up to be freer to do the things I want to do. Then I won't be complaining about AC costs or electricity and not having this right or that right, because everything's going to be fixed. So that's all I need. I need to get peace of mind, just a little bit of peace of mind, so that I can clear up my thought processes. So yeah, I'm out. Sorry for the dirt, y'all. I'll cut that off. Yeah, but anyway, this is Monstrositus X saying what's up and goodbye. I'll see y'all soon, man. Keep an eye out, and please subscribe to both my channels, because they're both gonna have things that y'all gonna want to see, especially Might, because I'm gonna be putting up this Might video on both channels, because I need y'all to see it. All right, later.